People with schizophrenia, when did you realize your hallucinations weren't real? I realized something was off when I was out with friends, and suddenly a new person joined our conversation. No one else acknowledged him, so I figured he must just be a friend of mine they didn't know. I went along with it, but after a while my friends grew concerned and asked me who I was talking to. I pointed at the guy who even gave me a friendly wave, but I was the only one who could see him. At first, I thought everyone else was the crazy one. Later, after my diagnosis, I came to accept him as a figment of my mind, though he seemed very real to me. Another time, it hit me when I was packing for a family trip and heard a deep voice criticize, "You're doing it wrong." I was in my gallery completely alone, so when I heard the voice, I felt a cold wave of dread. For months, I kept seeing figures lurking in corners, drifting through doors, or even appearing at work. I thought it might fade on its own, but it didn't. When the voices turned dark and started suggesting harm toward my family, I finally confided in my wife, who supported me through doctor visits and treatment. After a brief hospital stay and a new medication, the voices quieted. For some, it was more subtle, like seeing hands leaning over the couch or crawling up the bed out of the corner of an eye. The growls and whispers would intensify just as sleep came, making bedtime a nightmare. I only sought help after a friend's visit. She never reacted to the sounds and shadows I was seeing, making me realize they weren't real. It took a few years for me to fully accept it and seek treatment, but I'm glad I did.